like to call the meeting to order and welcome everyone. And please be sure that you've signed in the front. And I need to make one announcement. As per the administration, masks are not required. However, social distancing is respectful. We would respectfully ask that you adhere to social distancing unless you are with someone that you live with or are close to. Okay? All right. So when all the lights go out, what do we do?
Use our iPhone.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Commissioners, we need approval, Roman numeral number 2, we need approval from the minutes of the May 3rd meeting.
I move to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay. Roman numeral 3, old business. This is to ratify 050301, the Magnolia Spa Wellness and Boutique is moving to 520 Front Street. They meet all of the signage requirements necessary. Do you have any questions? If you do, Dr. Horton has all of the files on these ratifications. Any questions?
I make a motion to ratify.
Ms. Salter has moved to ratify. Mr. Donahoe has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
050302, Smith Global, 584 Front Street. This was an emergency roof replacement. Any questions? If not, is there a motion
I move to ratify.
Was that Mr. Donahoe?
Yes.
Mr. Donahoe moved to ratify. Dr. Horton seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? 050303, Pearson Realty, Mayu Steak and Seafood, 506 Front Street. This was for a set of exterior doors. And I believe, Dr. Horton, they were identical to the ones that were there.
Move to ratify.
Dr. Crosno has moved to ratify. Dr. Horton has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposition? Okay. Pearson 50304, Pearson Realty, Mayu Steak and Seafood, 512 to 516 Front Street. These were doors that are entrance doors going into the business. Any questions concerning that?
I move to ratify.
Second.
Ms. Salter has moved to ratify. Dr. Horton has seconded, Dr. Crosno has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay. Ricky and Sylvia LaCour, that's the hospice office that's on 2nd Street, 336 2nd Street. They made minor repairs to their porch and painting the same color. Is there a motion to ratify?
Move to ratify.
Dr. Crosno has moved to ratify. Dr. Horton has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? John and Kathy Richmond, 826 Washington Street. They are adding Ms. Richmond's sign for her real estate business on the existing B&B signage. Do you have any questions concerning that? If not, is there a motion to ratify?
I so move.
Ms. Salter has moved to ratify. Dr. Owens has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Mr. Walter Darr, 1041 Washington Street, renovations. And that is the house that is almost down on it's on the riverbank. It's almost in the river, but you know which one that is. Okay, 1041 Washington. Is there a motion to ratify?
So move.
Mr. Donahoe has moved to ratify. Ms. Salter has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposition? Okay. Ms. Rock, is there any other old business to come before the commission?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Let's move directly into new business, 060701. Angela Lazione from Lazione's Restaurant. This is also to ratify. This was minor repair and painting on the front of the property. She'll come back and paint the sides later. So there was repair and painting the same color that is existing.
Move to ratify.
Dr. Horton has moved to ratify. Mr. Donahoe has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposition? Okay, thank you. 060702, Julie Kane, 915 3rd Street. This was an emergency roof replacement. Any questions concerning that? If not, is there a motion to ratify?
Move to ratify.
Dr.
I'll second.
Crosno has moved to ratify the application. Ms. Salter has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
No opposition, okay. 060703, Mr. Doyle Bailey. This was roof replacement. Is Mr. Bailey here?
Do we
Okay,
skip
we'll
Ralph?
move to
This
the,
is
We skip
Ralph.
Ralph.
This is Mr. Ingram.
You skip Ralph?
Ralph Ingram.
That's ratification.
well, he's down farther.
060703.
Okay, I've got Doyle Bailey for 060703.
04. Look,
No,
you want to look at that?
yeah, maybe,
06, 07.
yeah, it's not on here. Okay, all right, this is a different agenda. That's okay, just
You
give
can just
me-
add it
give
on.
me a second. All right, is Mr. Ingram here?
It was a ratification. It's marked as a ratification.
It's marked as a ratification, I think.
See, all right, that's the,
Concrete slab. So I got a note behind asking, what is this? This is a concrete
it is.
slab.
That's a
Brown's
huge
is
slab.
gonna be handled by,
Go up to 3,
yeah, I will,
and then we'll catch you.
and we'll come back down to that. Okay, all right, is Mr. Ingram here?
He knows the ratification, so it has to be.
Okay, oh,
See
that's
the
the
little asterisk.
fireplace, yes. All right, this is a ratification. He's building a patio behind their home and taking down part of an old fireplace. Is there
Okay,
anything you want to say about that?
No.
I move to ratify.
Mr. Donahoe has moved to ratify.
Second.
Dr. Owens has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? No
Aye.
opposition? Okay.
I assume he's gonna come back.
Where's Nicole? Nicole, shame on you for switching agendas on me.
Excuse me,
Okay.
excuse me, Madam Chairman. Going back to Mr. Ingram, is he planning on coming back to us before he builds his patio?
It's just a concrete slab.
Oh, so he's not putting anything
gonna
on
put
it?
anything
No.
on it?
No, he's not gonna
Mm-mm,
enclose
it's
it,
back
he's not
behind
doing
the
anything.
house.
Okay,
It's back behind the house. It's not
Okay.
covered in brick. It's not anything but a
Okay.
small brick slab,
okay.
okay?
The only thing he indicated was that he was gonna put brick on top of that,
That's
and
good.
that was gonna be like a walkway, and that's
That was
it.
the walkway to it, yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay? All right, and Mr. Bailey is not here. All right, let's go to 060705, Amy Walker, Magnolia Spa and Wellness. And that is, that's,
Go to 060704. 060704.
I did, but Bailey's not here.
They're not here.
No,
So we
Bailey's not
jump them
here.
up that-
Amy
that-
Walker is not here, and I can understand why people are not here. We'll go back, if necessary, and try and pick some of these up. 060706, Rachel Liddy, Rachel Liddy, is that correct? Okay. 315 Williams Avenue, and would you come up to the podium, please, so that we can hear you?
Okay, so I'm Rachel Liddy. I'm the owner at 315 William Street. And we're wanting to change the paint color on that house.
We can't
Is
hear you
mic
very
on?
well. Make it
It
on.
has a green light.
Yeah, it's on.
Pull it, see if you can
Maybe pull it
closer.
down a little
There
bit.
you go.
Sorry. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's better, okay.
I'm Rachel Liddy, and I am the owner at 315 William Street, and we are wanting to change the paint color on the house.
What about any other restoration at this time?
No, we're not doing anything to the outside at all. We're just going to paint it.
Okay.
No changes.
And do you have?
And the color?
It's probably the second page.
Yes.
Because the
It should be
files-
attached.
There's two whites. Which white are you using?
The first one is what I did. I just chose two just in case I needed to.
Oh, so you're going to do the snowbound? Okay. And then the black
Open
door.
that
Are the
before I drop
shutters
all
going to
these.
be There's no shutters.
I
though.
don't think there's shutters, if I recall.
I don't think so either. Now, that's, when I said that.
Most of it's going to be white. We're just going to do very little black accents,
Okay.
What house is this?
like the door and a few other things.
And this, have you seen the inventory of the property?
No.
All right. This is the Louisiana Historic Resource Inventory, and every property within the historic district has been cataloged. And so your house is one of the most important Tudor houses in the city. District. Yeah. 315 Williams Avenue is one of the city's most significant Tudor revival cottages with such distinctive Tudor features as a steeply pitched cross-gable roof, gabled entry porches, and arched openings on the front and side, and an exterior side chimney. Casement windows on the facade are elaborated with window boxes and original wrought iron frames. The architectural integrity of the stuccoed house is outstanding, circa 1930. So we'll get you,
Okay.
You
I
will
was
get-
wondering on that date. I was right on it,
you'll,
1930s.
we'll get you, Ms. Oaks, can we get her a copy of this? Not right now, but I think it'll give you some information on the property that'll be valuable. I'm just so delighted, and I know
Oh, I am
everybody
too.
else is.
Are you
that
gonna live in the
purchased
house?
property.
We don't really know right now.
Oh, okay.
Probably not live in it, no. But we're just looking at different options and how much it's gonna cost to, just kind of see what we're gonna do with it, so.
Good luck.
Just getting it cleaned up will be
I'm
so
glad
much
to see
nicer.
that you're doing that.
Mhm.
I move to approve the application.
I'll second it.
Mr. Donahoe has moved to approve the application as presented. Ms. Salter has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Well, good luck. and
Yes.
Thank y'all.
If we can
Appreciate it.
help in any way, we'll be glad
Sure will.
to. And the National Center for Preservation Technology and Training would be a good resource too, as far as your stucco repair or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank you.
we'll give you that information too.
All right, thank you so much.
Uh-huh. Okay. Steve Brown, 357 Jefferson Street. This is for house leveling and paint. Ms. Rock, please let the minutes show that Mr. Donahoe is going to handle Dr. Brown's application. Dr. Brown got stuck in Shreveport, and that Mr. Donahoe has left the commission table.
I'm presenting this on behalf of Dr. Brown. This is the home located directly across from my house on Jefferson Street. He is replacing the roof. The bottom of the application shows that it's going to be replaced with architectural shingles, and it describes looks like the manufacturer and the color of it. There's also some leveling work done to the foundation, but that's going to be done on the back side of it. Nothing will be visible from the street, is my understanding, and it's needed to stabilize the foundation.
Everybody has the photographs.
I make a motion to approve the
I'll
application.
second.
Thank you.
Ms. Salter has moved to approve the application. Dr. Horton has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? That's great that he's redoing that. Ms. Rock, will you indicate, please, that Mr. Donahoe has returned to the commission table? Okay. Todd Working, 316 Percy Street. This is painting and roof replacement. Hi. Do you mind going to the podium, please?
Yes, I'm Todd Working. I have 316 Percy Street, and I use it as a home and an office. And I'm wanting to replace the roof, architectural grade, weatherwood, and paint it, change the paint colors from the faded pink to, and you should have the paint colors honeydew for the side, and everything else is white.
Okay.
And it's going to be an extra white. Windows, door, everything.
You
Does
paint the
this-
fence too?
Huh?
You painting the fence too?
No, the fence is painted.
Okay.
This is another little structure that is contributing, it's a twin to its neighbor.
There's
Three of them.
Three
two,
10
yeah,
person.
you can see the blue house right next door, that's the twin.
But it says, it explains about the rafter ends, the porch box columns and all of that. It says this small cottage gains added distinction from its outstanding integrity, 1923 to 1930. So that's neat. All right, commissioners, you have the paint colors and the architectural shingles. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll
Mr.
second.
Donahoe has moved to approve the application as presented. Ms. Salter has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition?
Thank you.
Okay. Did we get, and Mr. Shugart is, all right. Mr. Shugart at 943 Washington, another very important house in the district. Tell us what you're planning to do, and commissioners, you should have in your files, you'll have the plat and also some photographs.
Yes. Basically, we rebuilt the garage after the storm. It was demolished. So we're rebuilding the garage. We're actually coming out of the back of the garage and putting a small deck back there to extend the garage in length. That way it can be more usable as far as parking, say, a boat in there or a vehicle in there. We're also replacing the roof on the house from the storm damage as well. Repainting the garage as it was original, matching the paint with the house. That's about it. I mean, nothing's gonna change from the original structure as far as the color and that's pretty much what we're planning on doing.
Okay.
The second.
So the roofing of the garage as well as the house will be the same?
Yes, ma'am. That will go back to the original that's on it now.
And what will be used for the sides of the garage? Is it clapboard, is that the same as the house?
It will match the house.
Okay.
You may have said this, and I apologize, I was looking at a picture of the house. Is the paint on the garage gonna match the house?
Correct.
I move to approve the application.
I second it.
Okay, Mr. Donahoe has moved to approve the application as presented. Dr. Crosno has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay.
Thank you.
And you got your copy of the inventory?
I do.
Okay.
Thanks, y'all.
Have you
Uh-huh,
submitted your
thank you.
permit yet, Mr. Sugar?
Pardon me?
Have you already submitted your permit
My
application?
understanding, I'm supposed to go through this procedure and then go to the permit phase of it.
Right.
I'm doing that tomorrow.
Okay.
So is that something I need to resubmit to you guys, or?
No, I'll check with Kendall to make sure everything's complete.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Safe trip home.
You too.
Okay, who did we miss? Doyle Bailey and Amy Walker. Okay. All right. That's all of it.
Those are the only two.
Okay,
What's Amy doing? I could present for her.
any other new business to come before the commission?
Yes, ma'am, the discussion of 927 Williams, the oak trees. We
Okay.
were gonna talk about, there's a Miss Bobby that lives at 927. She has 2 oak trees, beautiful oak trees in her front yard. But she says that one of the oak trees is potentially dying. Now, we've had several people to take a look at the tree. To our knowledge, the tree does not seem to be dying, but she's wanting to remove one of the trees. The tree was struck by lightning, of
The
course, yes,
entire tree.
but she wants to remove the entire tree.
This is one of the oak trees that probably
What's
was,
the address?
927 Williams Avenue.
it's
The one
three,
that cascades over Williams Avenue. Oh, God.
yeah.
Mm.
That is one of the most important streetscapes in the,
Isn't there a provision in the city code that talks about the removal of oak trees?
Yeah, the oak trees are protected. They're not supposed to be removed.
That's right, there's some provision specifically about it, I don't know. Does that fall within our purview?
Well, because it's in the historic district, we wanted to get opinions on that. Because she claims the tree is dying, but
Does she have an arborist that says that? Or does
she did check someone that said that the tree was dying, but then again, this person for a living cuts trees.
No, there's a big difference, big difference. It needs to be a certified arborist.
Well, we were supposed to get our gentleman that works for the city to actually go out and take care of it.
What is the address?
What is that, the
Oh, I see.
horticulturist, Matthew?
Well, I'm fine if his position is he doesn't want to cut it down, but if she's wanting to propose to cut it down, I would think that we'd ask that there be a report from a qualified expert to say that it's actually dead.
Yeah, not just the
It's
city
not-
guy unless
yeah.
he's a horticulturist.
Well, I did ask her to give us something in writing from a certified tree, and the person that she gave was a Charles Mullen, but I'm not sure who he is.
Mullins, no.
But,
He
yeah.
just cuts trees,
right.
right.
Man with a
This
hammer,
is-
everything looks like a nail.
What?
A man with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. He'll cut it down, I promise.
Yeah,
Um,
he will, that's right.
What is the
If you,
address
what is
again?
the address? Say the-
27?
927 Williams Avenue.
That's Billy Sepulvedo's sister, Virginia.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It looks almost like the tree has grown into another small green area, and there's a bunch of green on the tree. Some of it might be vines, some of it may be part of the moss, but
Would,
it's,
would Jeff Carbo be able to tell us anything?
he
would he
would,
be?
but of course, he's in Baton Rouge.
Oh,
But
I
I
bet
think,
you Edwina, what's his name with Edwina and them could do it.
yes,
What's his name?
I can
Yeah.
see him,
Yep.
yes. I don't recall the name, though. I think that we need to indicate to, Miss, is it Robin? It's not-
Robinson.
Robinson, we need to indicate to
Mhm.
her that the fact that there is a protection for the oak trees. And then we had also looked into,
goodness.
Chantrell had looked into whether or not it's in the city
Right away.
right of way,
Mhm.
which it's, Miss Oral Williams planted all those trees that are in that area.
I didn't know
And
that.
this is the third house down from Ralph Ingram, is that correct?
It is.
Yeah. So take a look at it, and I think we need to communicate with her. We need to establish a paper trail here.
I have. We've been emailing back and forth. I've indicated to her about our ordinance concerning the trees. I've indicated that we need a certified licensed person to state whether or not the tree can be saved or not. So
I
what she
think we
responded,
I don't mean to interrupt, but there are a lot of people who are certified to cut trees. But
Correct.
We need to be specific
You need
to
an
have
arborist.
And I have done that.
horticulturist. Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me, an arborist.
right,
A certified arborist. There's a
Mhm.
huge difference. And
And I
then,
have.
if they say it, then that is something we really need to seriously look at and say,
Right,
okay, we need to
right.
help you.
mhm,
But
If I'm
otherwise,
looking at
that
her
would-
house, if I'm looking at her house, I'm looking at a photograph at it now, from Williams Avenue, is it the tree on the right or the left?
it's gonna be the tree to the left.
Left, is
It's
what I thought.
humongous, it's.
But
It
it
is.
doesn't hang over her house.
No, it does
No,
not.
it's right, it's very close to the, my picture shows very close to the street.
I want to say that just by looking at the measurements for the right-of-way, most of the tree is in the what's in the right-of-way from the street. It's not much that's on her property.
Why does she care? I mean, I can understand if it's gonna fall on her.
Here, this is it, Sharon, I see right there. So really, it's between the street and the sidewalk.
Mhm.
It's really not in her yard.
Right.
To me, it looks like it's on maybe city property.
The majority of the tree is in the city right-of-way. I haven't put an actual measuring tape to it, but I want to say that tree is in the right-of-way.
I know. I
Well,
don't know
let's
how current this photograph is.
pursue this, and we'll,
And I responded back to her in an email and told her that the person that she recommended, I did not think was certified enough, and that I was gonna reach out to HDC Commission to see if there was something else we can do. I also mentioned to her again about our ordinance protecting oak trees.
okay.
So she's understanding at this point. I just needed to know, where do we go from here? Who else could we reach out to? Because Randy looked at the tree, he had Matthew look at the tree. To them, they can't see where they even think that the tree is in any format dying at all.
And it may need to be cut back some, it may need to be fertilized and aerated.
Yeah, it just probably needs some
Yeah,
attention,
some
not
attention.
that it's dead.
Well, we'll
It may not
follow
be
up.
flourishing like the trees around it because it's sick, you know, it needs some help, but
It does look like the driveway is poured fairly close to it compared to some of the other ones. And so it probably just needs some root work to.
Well, all of those trees, and maybe, I was telling Ms. Rock earlier, maybe this will be a catalyst for concern for that oak alley that we have in our little community. And I mean, that's, people, I know I see people all the time, tourists that stop and take pictures
Gorgeous.
there.
It's
underneath.
beautiful once you,
Yeah.
Well, and if you don't take care of them, then they don't survive.
Well, I
let's-
guess she really needs to go online and maybe search for someone close in our area that she could contact to come down, who is an arborist. You know, if she's that concerned, otherwise I don't think she doesn't need to touch it.
Right.
It needs to be left alone right now,
okay.
okay? And we'll follow up and with us as we proceed through this process. You can communicate with us by email, or is that
Okay.
what you would prefer?
Yes,
instead of
that's fine.
text? Is that okay? Okay, we'll do that. Well, that didn't take very long, did it? Huh? Okay,
There's Amy.
There's Amy.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Just in the nick of time.
Hi.
Come on, Amy, you want to come up to the mic?
Okay.
So who's this?
This is Amy Walker.
Magnolia Spa.
Oh, okay.
And they were here last month also. They're moving the spa, Magnolia Spa and Wellness to 520 Front Street. So this is for the facade, the door.
For the front door, it got, the fire department busted that glass out to go in
Oh.
last year. And, anyway, all the wooden stuff had split on it, so we were just putting a new front door. And I think I put the picture.
I think it's in here. Let's
I
see.
think so.
We should have it.
So instead, what was there was just one big piece of glass. The one that we were proposing is like just the three.
The
like
three
it's-
little panels.
The three glass panels. And then I know, a couple meetings ago, I think it was probably Miss Kathy, you and then, Dawn Wells is taking it over now, but she came and, because they were gonna repaint all of their properties, the outside.
Correct.
And so she already got that paint approved, so we're just gonna keep the outside windows and the door, whatever paint color she had picked out.
Okay, all right.
So it wouldn't look any different than in the windows.
Okay. And just from a parliamentary standpoint, will you indicate that Ms. Walker came in toward the end of the meeting and we amended the agenda or we didn't amend the agenda, she started talking.
I move to amend you want me to make a motion to amend it?
I don't think we really need to.
Well, she just walked in, which, that's our fault, not yours. They tried to make different agendas for me tonight, so, anyway, just indicate that Ms. Walker came in,
She arrived.
she arrived, that's right, she arrived. And we took her application
Considered
at
the
that point and considered it, okay?
I move to approve, did we already vote?
No, it's
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, I move to approve the application.
I'll second.
Okay. Mr. Donohoe has moved to approve, Ms. Robinson has seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Anything else? Ms. Rock, anything?
No, ma'am, that's
Okay.
it.
Well, y'all, thank you very much. At least we didn't get rained on.
Not yet.
I rode in on that storm.
How bad was it? Pretty bad.
Okay, thank you.
Do we need to move to adjourn it?
We do.
So move.
Mr. Donahoe has moved to
Second.
adjourn. Ms. Robinson has seconded. All in favor? Okay. Amy, you're fine.